BassResinator here, and it's time for another Froggy Friday. I already used my UV for bonding purposes to insert the eyes, and I got these little beads, shamrock beads, and one of the strings broke. So I got this whole bunch of stuff I can use. I'm like, I know what I can do. I'm late because this Froggy Friday will come out the week of St. Patrick's Day. So it's going to be late for St. Patrick's Day, but still during that week. So it would have been good for me to do it last week, but I had something else to do. So what I want to do is I want to put these down in place. I already got the eyes put in place, like I said, and I got the amphibian eyes, which are kind of cool looking. And then, I don't need that right here. I'm going to do something really cool. I just saw Julie Cutts do something with her gigantic frog. And I had been thinking about doing something similar, so I'm going to do that with this, doing layers of UV drops. But I'm only going to do 2 layers, and I'm not going to do the same thing she did. I had something else in mind all along. So, in fact, I even told her I'm going to do something similar. It's not the same. But I'm going to use my Bondcrafter resin, UV resin, for this next part of putting these in place. What I'm just going to do, actually, I made a little ringlet, and that's going to go in his head. I can actually put those down. I still have a little bit of the UV bonding resin. And I'll just put those in there to hold them in place. And then I'll do the rest. And I'm really hoping these little jobbies do not put out a bunch of bubbles. And I'm going to turn it over so I can see. Hopefully it's held in place. It looks like it. Yay! Now, the rest I'm going to do with this other UV resin. Now, in these front arms, in the armpit area, is where I'm going to put the singles. I say that and then I can't even get it to go in place. Stay. Oh, there's a bubble right there. There, got that bubble. Now, why did that one go in so easily and that other one didn't? I don't know. Let me try and reposition him. Okay. And then on these hind quarters, I'm going to put the 3 string of 3 of the beads. But I think I saw a bubble right there. Oh, come on now. And I'm trying to have all the shamrocks in these legs facing up to the front. Now that ring in his head, that's not gonna do that. And this guy's got one that's acting like he's out of commission. Okay, now it's going to go under the lamp. I'll be back shortly. Okay, that is cured up. Oh boy, I got the light off. There we go. That's cured up. And now I'm going to call these little silver ones eggs. I have some silver UV resin, and I've already cured those. I have not cured the black. These are going to be polliwogs. So I'm going to draw a little tail on them. And I'm going to stick that under the lamp. Now, frogs lay eggs. And then from those eggs, when they hatch, they turn into these things. Polliwogs was what we called them. As I put that under the lamp, I will talk. There are some fish that lay eggs, and then they guard the fish when they hatch. And after the fish hatch, then the parents just sort of hover around, and if an enemy fish or some other type of creature comes that might eat the little baby fish, the adult fish will open its mouth and all the babies will swim in there. So we're going to assume that's what has happened here, because this is a mama frog, okay? And she's going to have eggs inside of her, and she's also going to have some of the polliwogs inside. So that's what we're going to do. So yeah, this is Polly-Wondy Doodle all day. Yeah. Okay, that should be pretty cured, and it might not be cured on the other side yet. Yeah, they're not cured on the other side. So what I'll do is I'll flip these over. Oh, come on now. Come on now, Polliwog. And those cured pretty well, but they still are a little sticky on the bottom, but they're not leaving anything, so it's not going to hurt them to go under the lamp for a little bit. And this guy fell off. How dare you. Come on now. Okay, back under the lamp you go. That shouldn't take very long at all for those after they've already cured for 40 seconds on the other side. Now these will be pretty good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is mix up a little bit of resin, and then I'm just going to go ahead. You know what? I know what I'm going to do. Get my polliwogs off. Set those over here. Those are acting like they're still wet. can that be? You have been curing for a long time. But what I want to do is, where do I want to put the eggs? I think I want to put the eggs back here like she's laying them. Can you see that? So what? Oh, okay. Well, if you'll stand. However, standing makes it impossible for you to see. Doom 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 doom. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a little bit of this Bond Crafter. I'm gonna put it right in the middle, but I'm gonna hold it up. I know it's gonna be very difficult for you to see. And I'm just gonna put all those little eggs clustered right here. And of course, I just got a bubble. You know what might help is if I get tweezers to pick all those up. Stay there. Y'all are gonna know what these, whoops, eggs are, because you've heard the story. But if somebody just sees a picture, they're gonna go, what is that? And then it'll be your job to tell them. Will you tell them? Okay, so while I'm doing that with this, got the lamp going, and I've got my little flashlight over here over the black. This black UV resin is from Counterculture DIY. It is a really good black UV, but like any opaque color, it doesn't cure really well on first glance. You have to do it in layers to build it up or whatever, so that you can get, you know what I can do? I do know. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make these more 3D than they already are. Okay, that should be, what I'm going to do is put some more black on this side and cure that side. Yes. Yep. Okay, so, but on the tadpoles, I'm gonna let those swim inside the mama. So those eggs are gonna stay in place. They're not gonna move. They're there. So, but the other ones are gonna swim. And then I may, what I'm hoping to do is make a couple layers so that we'll have tadpoles on, you know, look like they're 3D in there. So I don't know, can you see what I'm doing over here to the side? No. Let me scoot them over here. There's one. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have a 6th one. And I'm planning on making about 3 or 4 more so that I can have those on a different layer. Okay, so I'll just put a little dome on this side. And then I'll spread that around. Because the other side is kind of roundish. So this side will be kind of roundish to match. Too much. Then I'll come up here and do my 3 more. Put that over there to the side. Oop. Got them awfully close together. And I don't want to touch those. That is one fat polliwog. Ooh lolly, wally, what a day. Why did I think of that song? Because I was singing Polliwog. And that's got oodalolly. Man. Okay, let me get this. Get these with tails. Okay, that's about as good as I'm going to get for right now. So what I'm going to do is put those under the lamp and I'll be back. Okay, I finished curing those and then I mixed up some resin. I mixed up 2 ounces. That's not going to fill it up, but that's going to get my bottom layer. Now I'm getting up my eye candy Kiji, which is a color shift powder. And I'm going to do the toes and feet, part of the arm with it. Because it is a color shift from green to blue. It's really pretty. Some people put little beads in the toes. I don't have enough beads. Not complaining. I'm just explaining. Explain. Displain. Displain, boss. Any of you ever see the TV show Fantasy Island? And that little Hervé Villachet's, the little person, he would come out, and I think they called him Tattoo, and he'd go, the plane, and he'd point up because the plane was coming to the island. Or Mr. O'Rourke, man, I haven't seen that show in a long time. I'm amazed I still remember the names. Mr. O'Rourke was, oh, he said, if you ever watched Star Trek, he was Khan. the not so nice guy. I can't remember the actor's name. His name is on the tip of my tongue syndrome. Montalban, Ricardo Montalban. There we go. He was a really good Mr. O'Rourke. Made these fantasies come true for people on the island. Sometimes it was not the fantasy they wanted. I wonder if they still have that on reruns on those oldies channels. That was a good show. I liked it. In the comments, if you had a TV show that you liked like that, you can mention it. You'll probably remind me of something that I have forgotten. Okay, get down in those toenails. Tippy toe. I think I got them. That's all I want to do. All I want to do is paint some toes. Now, that supposedly got the loose stuff off. We'll see about that. Okay, got some air bubbles. I was waiting for this to degas. And that got rid of most of the bubbles. Now this is T-Expert Glossy, and it releases bubbles really well, but I did not, it's pretty full, so I did not take it out to my vacuum chamber because it would have overflowed. If I come down on the leg, maybe it'll fill in around and seal up those beads so that we don't get bubblies. Okay, I used about half of it. I don't want to use the other half at this point. I'm going to put in, let me get my tweezers again. It'll be easier for me to place them. Now these guys, I'm hoping, I want to get the smaller ones to be on the bottom. Will not sink. That's what I'm hoping. Okay. Well, that ended up in the orientation I wanted it, but sort of. Don't want them touching. But they are not sinking, which is cool. I want to get one more at this level. Okay, and this other resin I will pour in another mold, and I will see you later after this cures up a little bit. I'm gonna take, it was really hot today. Today is Pi Day, May 14th, March 14th, May 14th, 3.14.2025. and pi is the first three numbers of pi are 3.14, and then you have a long string of numbers that go on from there. But it was over 100 degrees here, so, and this is hadn't even gotten to spring yet, so yeah, pretty hot. And I didn't want to take the dog out and have him burn his feet on the sidewalk, so I'm going to take him for a good long walk tonight. So when I come back from that walk, this should be cured up, I hope, so that I can put in the next layer. Okay, I will see you later. Okay, I took the dog for a good long walk, and 3 miles, and if you've ever walked with a dog, you know how long that takes. So when I came back, I stuck a toothpick in here, and it left a string, so it's perfect for me to be able to do another pour on top. I did come in just now and put some black UV resin in the toes, so those toes should really take this Kiji color shift powder and really make it go. Well, remember, I had a little bit of resin left. I didn't use all of it in here, so I thought, what can I do? And it was just a little over an ounce, and I thought, well, let me mix a little bit of that Kiji powder in a small pot and a little bit of white, and play around. Look at that. Oh. I started it off, I poured the Kiji the Kiji powder in the resin. I poured it around the outside edge. Then I poured some clear in the middle until it got to that Kiji, and then I went over with a little bit of white, and I went around the edge, and then I still had a little bit of white left over, so I did a couple swirls, and then I dragged through those swirls out to the points, each one of these points, and it's sort of a lace effect type of thing, but it's really cool looking. And so I thought, well, this looks really nice. I better put some glitter. So I've got some holographic glitter in the middle. But the other day, I had some leftover black resin, and so I did something similar. Look at this. Black lacing. And I thought, well, if it works that good with black lacing, and it looks, well, sorry, there's dirt on that backside. It looks good on both sides. So, and it looks, well, let me find something that's white. When you see it on top of white, it looks really good. That it's so dark that it's hard to see what's going on unless you got it backed with white. And I should have put a white backing on, but I didn't have much room left in the mold. So with this other one that I'm doing, I did have room left in the mold. Do have room left in the mold because I didn't have very much resin to begin with, so I can put a backing on that. But I'm just having fun with lace effect and seeing if it would work with black, and it does. It looks pretty cool. Okay, so I put black in his toes, and that's cured up enough, and I mixed up some more resin. I did not put this, again, I did not put it through the vacuum chamber, but if you look down in there, there's no bubbles. It releases really well. So let's get this going. There's the bubbles that need to come up. Let that move out to the feet. It's gotten out to these toes. Keep going. Looks like these back toes are done. It's coming up there, coming up there. Better not pour any more. But I do need to get these little tadpoles in. I'm gonna have to move those around. Double layer tadpoles. Now I don't mind actually pushing these down, whereas those other ones were floating. It would probably behoove these to go down a ways. And as they go, they're picking up bubbles. Release them. Because I don't want these sticking out over the, out of the bottom of this frog. Yeah, I do have the bubbles. Release. Okay, that resin got all the way out to the toes. Gut, sehr gut, sehr gut. Das ist gut. Ja. Okay. And right when I do that, I see a bubble hanging on that tadpole. Well, I'm going to trust those keep coming up so I can go to sleep earlier than I did last night. I stayed up really late because we had the blood moon going on down here, and I stayed up to take pictures. Went to bed about 2:30 in the morning. I don't know if that's enough to do on the back of that. I don't think it is. Okay, well, I will let this sit. So we have a St. Paddy Polliwog frog. How's that? Cool, huh? We'll see you for the unmolding, demolding, taking it out of the mold. Bye. Well, this is all cured up. I loosened the back legs and the front, so I won't sit here and struggle on the camera. Here we go. Toes are loose. Should be loose on this side. There they are. And bam. Oh boy, that green looks cool through there. Okay, let's look at this St. Paddy's Polliwog frog. Wow. Need him on a, get this paper towel so you can see that. There you go. See the little tadpoles, polliwogs in there. And there's the eggs. Excellent. No bubbles around these shamrocks. The frog eyes. Amphibian eyes. Cool. This came out really cool. Oh, I want to show you that thing I did. I backed it with a blue shimmering alcohol ink from Reese. But look at this. What? Lacing effect and that shimmering on the outside. Man, that for leftover resin, that's a really pretty coolness. So Froggy, you can call that a lily pad. Yeah. Like I said, this is a collaboration, so please go check out the other people in the playlist below and watch their videos and comment on theirs. All of us need and like watch hours of people watching videos, and so it's very helpful when you do leave comments. So thank you so much for being here today. If you are one of my subscribers, thank you so much. If you are not, would you consider it? I'm trying to get to 2,000 before March 24th, which is when this video comes out, really close. So be nice. Yeah, if you're not a subscriber, consider it and push the subscribe button down below, and right next to it there's a little bell icon. Click that, so that'll let you know anytime I do something new. It'll give you an alert that I have put something else out there. So yeah, when I put that black on the toes, look what it did. It caused those that color shift powder to really take off. Oh, what is going on here? Oh, a little overflow. I'll get that off before I take the, oh, I got it off. I was going to say before I take the glamour shots. But it really, I mean, there's, you can sort of see that bluish greenish right here where it's backed by clear, but when it's backed by that black, those really pop. There's some more right here. What is going on? How did I have overpour? I had that just right. Okay, me done talking now. Yes, me, yes. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Or if you follow me or subscribe with me, tomorrow. We'll see you. Remember, glamour shots coming up.